Okay, hello and welcome. My name is Soultana Symeonidou. I am a research officer for the European Digital Interactive Graffiti Project, which is basically mobile services for small, medium enterprises. And what I'm going to talk to you about today is what is DIG, the rationale of the concept of the project, the DIG platform and the toolkit itself, some examples of real campaigns that we've done so far, initial findings, and at the end I'm going to give you a little hint about the future of mobile services. So we are going from SoLoMo, as Dimitrios mentioned earlier, to SoCoMo, which is contextual information. Okay, so what is DIG? It's a European Commission funded project, and it brings together several specialists, both from the technology sector, but also from the business sector, from various cities around Europe. And of course, Bournemouth University is the research partner in this project. And ultimately, the goal of the DIG project is to introduce the European SMEs into the new era of mobile marketing. The DIG consortium, 5 countries, 10 different partners, involving UK, Lithuania, Greece, Italy, and Spain. So let me start talking about you the concept of the project. So what we know from our experience and from the research that we've done is that the vast majority of the tourism businesses are small and medium-sized enterprises. We also know that the role of information and communication technologies are transforming the business practices and strategies, and they are also transforming the behavior of users and consumers. What we also know is that there is a sky-high penetration of smartphones and tablets in the market. So more and more people are using these devices. And there are several opportunities emerging from the use of location-based services. So the initial approach to this project, the initial idea, was the ability to create a platform that has the ability that users have the ability to create and leave virtual messages everywhere through mobile devices. When we're talking about virtual messages, we're talking about text, we're talking about audio, we're talking about pictures. And when we say everywhere, we mean associated to a physical location. However, it was quite difficult to realize that in the first place because it's all about mobile marketing in this project. So where is the mobile marketing in this idea? So we created a platform that has several services included. We sat down, we said, okay, we need really tangible services here in order to serve small, medium enterprises and eventually end users. So there is a whole range of services, as you can see, from using QR codes and other markers, mobile store locator, DIG shopping, advanced analytics, and of course the last one, the graffiti wall, it refers to the initial idea that we have of leaving virtual messages on walls. So let me introduce you the DIG platform ecosystem. It has 4 web tools. The DIG RIA, DIG Physical, DIG Analytics, and DIG Camp. And we also have 2 native apps. The first one at the top, it's called DIG Loyalty, and the other one, it's called DIG Graffiti. So how you can access all these things? There is a main portal for DIG, which is dig.velti.com. And you can access the 4 web-based tools, which is the physical, the RIA, the camp, and the analytics. And you can also download native apps, the DIG Loyalty and the DIG Graffiti from the App Store and the Google Play. And now we're working on the Windows 8 platform as well, and they will be available as well there. So having said that, let's one by one a little bit the tools. So the first tool is called DIG RIA. And what is DIG RIA? It's a rich media web-based and accessed authoring tool for creating mobile sites and landing pages. based on HTML5. And what you can do, as you can see, the second picture is the editor, the interface of the tool. You can use several widgets, and you can upload your own assets towards creating your microsite, your mobile site, and a landing page that offers several promotional material and specials. So the second tool refers to the DIG Physical. And what is DIG Physical? It's a physical markets campaign for creating and managing smart codes. And when we're saying smart codes in this project, primarily we're talking about QR codes and near-field communication tags. So some of the features of the specific tool is that you can associate QR codes and NFCs with DIG-RIA. That means that if you create a mobile landing page with DIG-RIA, then you can embed this information into a QR code and then promote it to your customers. In addition, you can send, print or install these physical markers, and of course, let users scan promotions and get benefit from the offers that you do as a business. The third tool, it's called DIG Camp. It's a campaign management tool, basically, that helps in sending promotional short messages, or how we call it, push notifications, to mobile consumers with enabled applications. And when we say with DIG-enabled application, that means that you have to download first the DIG loyalty application in order to receive these push notifications with offers and specials. So the DIG Camp, you can create, manage, and send promotional messages via push notifications, which is something quite exciting, and from what we know from the current users, they absolutely love it and it works fantastic. And the final tool, it's called DIG Analytics. It's based to Google Analytics, but with the latest version now, we are creating our own DIG Analytics, our own platform to see insights from the campaigns that you have created with DIG-RIA and with the rest of the tools. And you can also follow the progress of your campaigns, optimize them, create sales and conversions. So moving on to the native apps that I'm talking about. The first one, it's the loyalty app. As you can see, the interface is this one. What can you do is actually you can scan QR codes and also scan or tap NFC tags. There is an embedded code management, so you can see the history of the codes, and you can also categorize them. And it also offers code exploitation. That means that you can again relate microsites and mobile landing pages, and you can access it through this app as well. So the main features of this app is that you can use, as I said, to scan QR codes and NFCs created in DIG Physical. You can use to reach the push notifications campaigns enabled with DIG Camp, and you can also use the app to access mobile microsites created in DIG-RIA. So as you see, the whole system is integrated together. And finally, the DIG Graffiti app, which is associated with the initial idea of leaving virtual messages. It allows, at the moment, posting, reading, and sharing digital graffiti in terms of texts and pictures. And the users can select to associate rich media microsites that they have created with specific locations. And also the users can select and view what other application users have associated with a location. So the first 4 tools are referring mostly to businesses, and the 2 native apps are referring to end users. And when we are saying end users in this project, we mean primarily tourists and shoppers. Let me show you some examples. This is Hotel Neringa in Lithuania, in Vilnius. We have created a mobile site for them, which has all the information that they needed. You know, the facilities, the conference room, You can also, users can also find a way on how to get to the hotel. These are also two examples from Vilnius as well, two restaurants, bed and the living restaurant, events, promotions that we have created together. And these are some examples from Brighton, the Supernatural Kids and the Nino's Pizzeria, again with special offers, and the Supernatural Kids gallery with their products and their offers. And finally, this Urbax, it's one of the partners that we have. It's a retail store that sells handbags. And we have implemented NFC tags near the products so that when people were coming into the store, they could tap up with their NFC-enabled phone and find additional information about the products that the store was offering. So having said that, what are the initial findings so far? So at the moment, the project has finished the first pilot round, and we are preparing to run the second pilot round testing for the tools. So the initial findings from the first pilot round is that although SMEs, we find them that they are really interested in using all these new services, however, the lack of their time, their limited resources and knowledge on specific things, along with the confusion of mobile services and how mobile technology can help them enhance their marketing efforts, all these things are barriers for adoption. What we also find is that there is a need for guidance and assistance, both in technical level, in order for them to create a campaign, but also in a marketing level. You know, we went to their stores, we were watching what they were offering in the store, but somehow they were unable to transfer this into the digital world. So we helped them as well in the marketing level. Finally, what I want to show you is a new concept for marketing innovation. I'm not sure how many of you have heard the term SoLoMo, which is the combination of social networking sites, location-based services, and mobile devices. But we go one step further. We think big. And we think that SoCoMo, which is the combination of social media, context awareness, context-based services, and mobile devices, are greater than SoLoMo, and that they can offer many, many things. And why it is greater? Because context or location, it's part of the context. We know it from the literature, we know it from the research that it's out there. So if we combine all these things, we have a really unique marketing tool that can help businesses. So what I'm showing you here is the initial concept. So we're talking about the social media marketing, which which includes social media, social research, customization, personalization, real time. What we are also saying here is the context-aware marketing, which it embeds the location, as I told you already, situational awareness, or even mood management. Mood and feelings are really important things, and maybe we cannot see them at the moment, but this kind of application will rise, and will rise soon. I have experienced personally some of applications that actually do this kind of mood management. And finally, of course, mobile marketing as the main vehicle for delivering this kind of services. And we're talking about mobile, we're talking about smartphones, we're talking about tablets as well. So what is really important as well is when all these things collide. So new concepts arise, new concepts emerge, and when context and mobile are combined, then we're talking about contextual mobility. And what means contextual mobility is it's how we can obtain meaningful and relevant information. Meaningful and relevant information about our location, about our feelings, about our mood, about everything, because context, it's everything. It's the temperature, it's everything, including ourselves as well. So the second concept has to do with situational interplay. And what is situational interplay? It's situation-based interactions. That means that I go to different places and I do different things when I'm with my parents, for example, and I do different things and I go to different places when I'm with my friends. And finally, we are talking about behavioral mobility, which is basically the ability to share and communicate personal preferences in real time. So, thank you very much. Have any questions?
Thank you, Soultana. Obviously, this is cutting-edge research we're doing. That you'll see a lot of examples of these applications in the future, where you'll be receiving a lot of messages as you're going along, and you're going to engage with a lot of your context in your local organization and your local destination. Those of you who are coming from destinations like Pool, it's how we are going to interact live while we are at the destination, and how we are serving our customers live at the destination. Because most of the tourism organizations around the world, they're trying to bring people to their destination, and then they leave them at the mercy of the local industry. It's going to be a lot of very exciting developments that are happening with this technology, and you'll see later on with Nicholas presents how we're going to do a lot of those things live. Any questions for Soultana? You'll have to say who you are, where you're coming from, and what perfume you wear.
Neil, I'm coming from Bagshot today. It's just a quick question.
What perfume?
Lynx 33. From a traveller's point of view, I like to travel around the world. I do a lot of things. I've been looking into this a lot. What sort of penetration would you need to get for this to become useful? In that, for me to use that in, say, I was in Devon in November for a month in Cornwall. Yet 2 months before that, I was on Fraser Island and travelling up the east coast of Australia. For that to be useful to me, it would need to be on both of them. I go to various countries, so it has to be in all those countries, or something that can actually, so something that can actually interconnect with that. How are you actually approaching that at the moment? So when I go from Devon to Australia, I can still use that app.
We got it.
Well, this is a research project, so currently it's not a commercial product, so that you can use it all around the world. So we are testing it in 5 different countries, and at the moment we are talking about how we can commercialize it and all the business part of it. So unfortunately, I cannot tell you at the moment. I cannot talk about penetration or something like that. I'm just telling you that we are in the process of testing it.
Okay, so the way we treat these things is once you develop it, the prototype, and once the prototype is up and running, and then you prove the business model, so 5 years down the line, the way I can see this happening is that the different destinations are using applications, similar applications, where you've got portability of profile and destinations. So the way I see it happening in the future is that you'll have your own profile that knows who you are, what abilities you have got, what disabilities you have got, what preference you have, what food you like, how much you like to pay, and all the rest of it. So that profile will communicate with the profile of the destination, or whoever provides this information at the destination level. That may be a national tourism organization, local tourist board, or it can be a local agency who is actually providing this. And the machines will be communicating with each other. And it's all going to be based on what we call portability of profiles, where your profile is then discussing with your context around. It's a matter of, we are still developing the technology, then you need the business model that's going to use with the technology, and then eventually it's going to work. But this is what we do in the tourism lab. We are looking to what's going to happen 5 years down the line. It's not ready yet, but that's, because it's not ready, that's why we're here, otherwise we would have been somewhere else. So it's happening in the future. Okay? I'm not going to take any more questions, but I'll open it up afterwards for discussion. Thank you very much, Soultana.
Thank you.
The next presentation